Good evening, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started with the reading. Good evening, good evening, good evening, all. We're going to go ahead and get started with the reading. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for showing love. Thank you for just being present, okay? So, we have a full moon in Virgo coming up tomorrow. Hi! We have a full moon in Virgo coming up tomorrow, which I'm really excited about. And I am also amped about it because secondly, this is about to be a very interesting moon. Very interesting. So I'm going to go into some elements of it, what's going on. First and foremost, thank you everyone who is waiting for their decks. Because like I said, they're here. I'm excited. So I sent out some today because like some people if you need to update your address, please update your address. Email me immediately. Okay, if you got a confirmation saying that you ordered, I need the email so we can go ahead and get that all settled and squared away, because after Monday I'm going to be taking a break because I need to focus on like the second edition, getting this deck out, and also do crowdfunding, and I'm working on a website. So it's just a lot of things that I'm doing right now. So and then 2 more days left for the Black History Month and special. If you want to book a reading 20 minutes for $21, Black folks, if you're non-Black, it is $10 more. Thank you everyone who has shown love with that. And oils, I got a few left. And Tarot 101 course, I will be opening it back up in mid-March. And yeah. So let's get started. Full moon in Virgo, okay? So the full moon is actually tomorrow, and I know for some of us, we've been really feeling it, okay? On top of this Pisces season, like, just feeling things and knowing things are kind of off. I know some people have been feeling kind of off. I know for air signs right now, I'm just like, I just really don't feel like being fucking bothered, to be frank with you. I'm prioritizing my peace. Like, if you're going to stress me out, I'm not even answering the calls. Like, that's how it's been for me. I'm just not, I'm going to put you on, I'm not even answering. Like, I'll be like, I need my sleep. Please respect that. So, I'm going to get a little bit into this, okay? So, with this full moon in Virgo, we have a very interesting square that's happening. So, anybody, when I do readings, I talk about squares. Squares are when there's a 90-degree angle formed and it causes a little bit of, like, disruption. Okay, the square is going to be Saturn and Uranus. Okay, there's a squaring with this full moon. Okay. So with that, changes are afoot. This is a wonderful new moon, though. Full moon, sorry, to do so, okay? To get all these changes out the way. Letting go of responsibilities of burdens that have not shit to do with you. Like, that's the most important thing of this full moon. Like, you're going to be prioritizing and really putting together the pieces of things like, you know what, that shit ain't hitting no more. Like, this ain't making me money. This ain't bringing me, like, fulfillment. Like, a lot of us are going to be in a space where we're going to have to really reconstruct and realign and reassess, like, what we, like, value, right? Okay? And, you know, this opens us up when we learn to just let go. Like, just learn to be like, you know what, this ain't hitting no more, this ain't working. Once we start doing that, all these wonderful opportunities and exciting things are going to be coming to us, okay? So, first of all, Sun is opposite Mars. So any opposition usually brings things to the forefront, right? So the Sun is in Pisces, and then we have opposite the Moon, which is Virgo, okay? This is going to be dealing with our home, our family. Intimate relationships are going to be like the focal point of this transit. Okay, and this will be, you'll start noticing things within the next 2 weeks of certain behavior. You'll start noticing certain like things, so like a pattern, right? You'll start noticing patterns that you may have not noticed before. And this is the wonderful thing about opposition. Opposition brings us to like clarity. Opposition brings clarity. So sometimes if things may not like make sense at first and you're just totally against it, like sometimes spirit will give you a little nudge, like, look, this is what you really need to be seeing. You'll be like, yo, heard you, say less, right? Pay attention to the themes that occur around this time, around family, around your home and intimate relationships. This can also be friendships too. You you're more aware at this time than any other time, because like this Pisces season is it has everybody open, like no cap, like everybody's just open, right? And this might bring a little imbalance, a little discomfort, but you know, it will show things that are illuminating in your life that you need to like work on. Okay. So the next one is Saturn square Uranus. Remember I talked about it. Saturn is in the sign of Aquarius. Okay. Anybody remember that great conjunction the same day? I think it happened around like the Negro solstice, around the same time, right? So there's a lot of things that are like, I'm gonna tell you about that in a minute. And that's squaring Taurus, which is Uranus and Taurus. All right. So this is responsibility that we have for ourselves and the things that we have to take on, and then us wanting to have our independence. So it's going to be like a power struggle still going on. We still have this power struggle going on. And this could be highlighted during this full moon. You may be like, yo, like something ain't hitting, like something's not right, and I need to do something about it. But you're feeling stuck. A lot of us may be feeling stuck right now, okay? This could be triggering for some folks, not gonna lie. However, it is for your own benefits to get you like in line. Okay. Now, the most important part about this square is that with squares, it's kind of like, I tell people sometimes it's like a train on a track, and a lot of people, like, you'll try to stop the train if it's something like on the track and you can't stop it. That is that square energy, especially with those two planets. And I will say that the Uranus and Taurus energy, because remember also to Uranus, I believe is in retrograde, I believe. And this deals with our government. This deals with our finances. This deals with community. This deals with so many things that we don't have control over. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, and I couldn't be wrong, we waiting for that stimmy money. That stimmy money ain't coming till April. I could be wrong. They're probably not going to get that money out till April. We're supposed to get it already. It's not. I want my 2K. I just want my 2K. Stop bombing shit. I just want my 2K. No tea, no shade. No, actually, all tea, all shade. Nonetheless, so many of us can be feeling like we're restricted, not have our freedoms, and that's like from a government standpoint. That's from a societal standpoint, right? And on a personal level, some of us are juggling responsibilities and learning that we have to be independent, but it's been very hard for us, right? I'm also hearing here, be mindful. Disagreements can be very heavy at this time, and if it's a really blown out disagreement, it might be an ending to a relationship or a shift in your like career. So maybe you're at work and shit's just not hitting anymore, and you're like, you know what, fuck this. Like, some of you all can unexpectedly quit your job. You may not want to deal with this anymore because it's not giving you the happiness that you want. It's not providing freedom for you. It's no work-life balance. That's what I'm hearing here. Some of y'all don't have work-life balance right now, and you could just abruptly leave your job. And for some of you all, I'm hearing, if you are not careful, you could lose your job. That's the one thing about Uranus energy. It is very unpredictable. Very unpredictable, but it's to prepare you, right? And if you're not prepared, ba 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 ba. You know what I'm saying? 2 pieces in a biscuit with your life. That is Uranus energy with the Taurus, okay? So, just learn to be balanced and have a cool head at this time. Also learn that be smart. Be smart about it. And also to play chess, not checkers. Like, if you're going to move how you need to move. And also I'm hearing it, don't tell everybody your moves. It's very simple. Don't tell everybody your moves. Okay? And also, too, the most important thing during this transit, don't force change. Okay? This full moon in Virgo may be forcing you to, like, get your shit in order. But don't make it to where it's a priority. Let things just kind of flow how they need to flow, and then you can move accordingly. Don't be forcing shit, because it's just not going to work. Okay? Just let it play out. Let it play out. Let it do what it do. Okay? All right. So, The next transit we have is full moon Saturn. Saturn. So it's like a 40-degree angle that's formed. This is usually somewhat favorable, but full moon's in Virgo and then Saturn's in Sagittarius, right? So this is us balancing our professional life and our personal life. Like, what is it that's not bringing us happiness anymore? What is it that, is making them be at odds? And for a lot of us, this has to do with our emotional state. Like, emotionally, maybe something is not fulfilling you personally. Maybe something is not fulfilling you professionally. Or it could be both. Emotionally, you're just not feeling like, you're not feeling it. Emotionally, you're just not. And also during this transit, you're going to have to learn to adjust. Like, if something's not fulfilling you emotionally, ask yourself, like, why? Like, why did you have this job? Why is your life the way that it is? And this is not to say to crap on yourself, but like, why is this in your destiny right now? Like, why are you on this path right now? Why are you not feeling emotionally fulfilled on this path right now? And ask, like, what can be done? Maybe sit with spirit, because I'm hearing here, because Pisces energy is very strong right now and is very connected to water spirits and our ancestors. So sit with spirit. If you need to sit with yourself in peace and quiet, because that's also what I'm hearing, sit in peace and quiet. That's fine. Okay? So, we also have a trine going on. So, a lot of transits during this full moon in Virgo. Okay? So, full moon is trine Uranus. Full moon, of course, is in Virgo. The Uranus is in Taurus. Okay? So, this is actually pretty good. This is all about us being self-aware, creatively too. Creative energy is going to be flowing. So many of us may be feeling re-inspired. Kind of like that Jupiter retrograde energy from last year during the panorama. So feeling a lot more inspired and actually feeling motivated to do what you need to do. And it's going to be more so from a spiritual level than it is from like a logical place, because I feel like that Capricorn energy from the last one is very like, okay, this is what needs to be da. Whereas this is going to be like, you know what, this is what I really love to do, this is what I really want to do, and this is how I'm going to do it, right? And our intuition right now at this point, especially like I said with Pisces season, is going to be heightened like a motherfucker. Like, I be feeling shit and I just be like, wow. Like, I was talking to a client today and I was like, yo, like, sometimes I wish I can turn this shit off, but then I'm like, nope, because my whole life will be a dub if I did. Okay? Now, I do feel like change is going to be flowing within all of our lives, and it's going to be for the better. Many of us may be having chance encounters with individuals that may be outside of our normal community, and you could fancy that. Like, this is all about you exploring and understanding and feeling and knowing stuff that you may not have known before. Okay, this is also telling us to dispel old habits and also unhealthy relationships, okay, with others and ourselves. Now, last but not least, we have Venus and Pisces, which started yesterday and it goes until March the 13th. Okay, 21st, sorry, March 21st. I don't know why I'm thinking March 13th. I think it's another transit then. Nonetheless, my bad. Venus and Pisces was on the 25th, which was yesterday, until the 21st of March, okay? So this is a time of us being affectionate. Like, I feel like very, like, I'm always like, I want to hug. Like, my inner child kind of comes out during this time, which is very interesting. Like, this Venus and Pisces energy, I'm feeling more like a little child. Like, what I'm hearing here from many of us, what would we tell our little selves right now? Like, what would we tell ourselves? We're in a panacada. What would we tell our younger selves right now that we couldn't tell ourselves as kids or fully express it, right? And this is all about us giving things to ourselves, like being with ourselves, sitting with ourselves. This is a beautiful, beautiful time, right? For some of us, if partnered, you could pick up the energy of your partner. Maybe some of y'all maybe didn't have that connection. Maybe you're going to be feeling things like, you can feel your partner's energy, like if they're upset, if they're sad, if they're like stressed, like you can feel it, right? If not, your intuition is going to be heavy. It's going to be heavy. It's almost like it's impenetrable though. When people be trying it, it's going to be impenetrable. Like, people ain't going to be trying to like, your spiritual like guard is going to be up for many of y'all if you've been doing the work, okay? And this is also a wonderful time to get our health and ourselves in order. Health and ourselves. Okay. This is also a wonderful time to work on our shadow work on our shadow selves. This Venus and Pisces energy. Creative energies, like I said, will be flowing, will be inspired by others, and others will be inspired by us. This is a wonderful thing I love about Venus and Pisces energy. It's like yin and yang, masculine, feminine. Like everything just kind of flows together. Okay. This is a wonderful period to meditate and to realign ourselves and to also move. So dancing, stretching, like running if it's nice where you at. Because, I mean, it's been nice here in Brooklyn the past few days. So I went out and I walked today because I was like, you know, it's a nice day to walk. I walked to the post office and then I walked back. And yeah, so I love it. And, you know, like I said, dreams will be hella vivid yet comforting. They'll be comforting. They'll be nourishing for you. Like, if you haven't been having dreams, expect them to be like a little intense, okay? So, with that being said, let's look at the cards. So, let's look at the cards. So, I want to do Venus and Pisces since that was the last one. I want to do separate, and then I'm going to do the actual card that's like corresponding with it. Okay. Literally, the first thing that came to me when I saw this Venus is the Empress, and then the Hanged One is literally like, I'm in my bag. I'm feeling myself. I need to see myself differently, and I'm appreciative of this. This is what I first thought of when I thought of the Venus and Pisces energy, right? This Venus and Pisces energy is really, really dope, and I love it. This is all about us taking care of ourselves, looking our best, and really starting to see, like, I need to switch some things. I need to change some things. The Hanged One energy, too, is very interesting to me because it's all about us seeing things in a different way. Maybe having a different path and aligning ourselves and moving forward with that. So for many of us, we might have been struggling. This is the time to, like, really get it together. I'm also hearing here... I love how the Empress is juxtaposed to this Hanged One, because the Empress, you see here how they look very confident, and the Hanged One is not sure. I feel like this is us, like, it's kind of like your rising when you do your birth chart and your sun. So your sun is how you are perceived to the world, whereas your rising is who you really, like, embody, right? So I feel like many of us are learning to cohabitate both of those energies within our space in the physical sense. And I like that. So the card is Venus in Cancer, I do believe, is the Two of Cups. I like the Two of Cups energy because this is all about love, loving ourselves, loving others, finding peace and joy within that space. But this is also about us accepting, because I'm hearing a lot about acceptance of, like, what we see versus what we want to see. Right? What we actually see versus what we want to see, right? It's like Instagram versus reality, right? Like this Venus and Pisces energy is like that. It's like, I see you, you see me. Like we're showing ourselves on the outside because this line is here, and this is all about, like, spirit too. Like spirit wanted us to see things and see others and see ourselves for who we really are, right? So that is Venus and Pisces. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the beginning. Alright, full moon in Virgo. So, I think this is a really dope transit too. So, moon in Virgo. Moon in Virgo, right? You see here how the moon, it deals with our, like, insecurities. It deals also with our, what we feel like we're not capable of, like our subconscious, like coming out, like our fears, even for some of us, our hopes, right? And the Hermit is like going inward. They're being forced to go inward, right? So I feel this is a wonderful, like I said, it's a wonderful time for, like, shift. Many of us are going, like, really within and being like, you know what, I need to fix some shit, because I don't like, I'm hearing it for some of y'all don't like what you see. You don't like what you see. That's the first thing that came to mind. I don't like what I see about myself. Shit has to change. I'm really addicted to this. This shit has to change. I'm doing too much of this. This shit has to change. And every time you try to change, something comes up and wants to fuck it up for you. And you're like, nope, I gotta call myself back. I'm hearing I have to call myself back. And I feel like once you start doing that, this is when spirit is going to be like, okay, like, we'll see you doing the work. And you can feel very alone. Like, for some of y'all, you might be dealing with the fear of being lonely. That's what I'm hearing here. The fear of being lonely. Why do you feel like you are lonely? You're never alone. You know what I mean? But I'm also hearing for some of y'all, you might be feeling like, because lonely and being alone are two totally different things, right? So I feel like for many of us, it's more so of a physical state. Like, we're feeling lonely. We're feeling lonely. We're letting our fears, like, manifest that with our actions. And the Hermit is telling you, you gotta take a break. Some of y'all gotta take a break, like dead ass, take a break, chill out, do what you gotta do, because this ain't the move anymore, okay? So, that's that. So, couple that with this opposition, right? Pisces coming in here. So you have the Hanged One, you have the Moon, and you have the Hermit. Now, this to me is like, the Hanged One is kind of like observing the Moon, right? It's paying attention. It's watching everything unfold real time. And here comes the Hermit. Yeah, this shit right here, what the fuck am I doing? Because this shit's a whole dumb. Like, I can't be like this. All right? And this is going to be, also I'm here for some of y'all, this could test some of your relationships. I think this is why this opposition is here. Because it's here to test your patience. For some of y'all, this could be your patience with something. And I think this is why you're like, I need to take a break. That's what I'm hearing. Definitely hearing that. Okay. So next is Saturn square Uranus. Did I get that one? I don't think I did. Okay. So Saturn square Uranus. Saturn is it's the star, actually. I thought I had the card for Uranus. Uranus is the Fool. I don't have it here. I don't know what happened to it. I have it here. Hold on. So the Fool card, I want you to see, because I like using the cards, the tarot cards, so you can really see why these cards are the way that they're here. Okay. So Saturn squaring Uranus. Saturn in Aquarius, Uranus. Conflict. Responsibility for ourselves. Are we really pouring to ourselves? Or are we really just skipping and doing whatever the fuck we're supposed to do because that's what we like think is the thing, right? Because the Fool sometimes doesn't really go off of their gut. They go off of like their thoughts. Like, oh my God, like, you know what? I think I'm gonna move here and do this, and it's like, I don't know if that's a good look. I don't know if you should do that. Right? I don't know if this is, you know, the thing you do, because you're in a space where some of you all, you need to learn to pour into yourself before you jump into anything else. That's also what I'm hearing with this energy. It's great to work on yourselves. It's great to start something new, but you need to pour into yourselves because you're not doing it. You're jumping from one thing. I'm hearing for some of y'all, you're jumping from one thing to another, and this is why you're struggling. Don't know who this is for, but that's just for some of y'all, right? And the Star card always reminds me of someone who is determined to like find their peace, and it's almost like whereas the Fool is more like an escapism technique. Like, it's like, I want to escape to find my peace, where it's like, I have to find my peace within myself. So I'm hearing here, stop distracting yourselves too. That's also what I'm hearing. And just remain cool, remain positive, and remain hopeful, okay? All right, and then last but not least, we have that energy with the Moon. So we're going to bring all these back. This is wild. You got like several different energies right now. So, what are we going to be more commit? Like, what is it that we are more in tune with? What is it that we really want to commit to? Because this Hierophant card deals with a higher calling, us coming to that calling with it, right? Like, do we face our responsibilities or independence, right? And for some of us, this is why we have to go inward, because we're struggling. We're struggling. But I also feel here that this is also giving us the opportunity to show up for ourselves a lot easier than we have in a long time. And I like it, to be honest, because the Hermit, sometimes when they are ready to come out, they are stronger. So like for me, you have the Hermit, the Magician, and then the High Priestess. So they're like on the border of being the Magician. They're just learning their journey, and you're learning these things. And when you start to learn and take risks, but also being responsible with this, so it's like finding a balance, right? And that's what I see here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and see what's going on for us with this full moon in Virgo as a collective. I think what I'm going to do is, if you want to read for the signs, I'm going to upload it on YouTube because it's just a lot. And Spirit's like, nope, don't get too much. So if you want to find out more, it'll be via YouTube. All right. So that card was one of the first cards. Popped up, 9 of Cups. I like that. This is all about us finding what it is that we want and attaining that. Like I said, it's a beautiful time to do that. But also to be mindful to not be lazy when it comes to this, and don't do it in excess. Like, moderation is everything right now with this full moon is also what I'm hearing. So that's a plus. Oop, here we go. The Fool again. Yeah. So this is very interesting. I'm hearing many of y'all are taking risks towards your dreams right now. But what I'm also hearing is, don't be so naive about it, because it cannot. It will end before it even starts. 10 of Swords, overall energy, Wheel of Fortune. So I'm hearing here you're in control of this during this full moon. This is your shit right now. This is nobody else's, and you need to realize that. And whatever does happen with that happens. But also too, don't be so concerned and obsessed about things that may pop up. Like, if it pops up, it's supposed to pop up for you, right? It's supposed to happen for you. But don't let these inner, like, these anxieties, these worries, these attachments to things that are like maybe deterring you from your path, right? Because the 9 of Cups is all about what it is that we want for ourselves, and we get it. The 9 is all about, it's setting us up for a new cycle. So we have to get rid of some things. We have to air out some things. And I feel like I said, when you do that, this is when the opportunities open. And for some of y'all, you will be taking chances. But like I said, with this full energy, Uranus, there could be unexpected things that come up that might stop some of us before we begin. But for others, I feel that if you've been going through a little bit of a struggle right now, it's ending. If you've been really going through it, it's ending. And I feel like now you are learning to trust yourself and going along with that, okay? Yeah, because some of y'all took a lot of losses. You took a lot of losses. This last, between the new moon and this time, like, there's been a lot of things that have happened where you've had to really question, like, yo, like, am I ever going to catch a break? Because I'm literally what I'm hearing. Am I ever going to catch a break? And Spirit is telling you that you have been really going inward, taming your beast, because you could be out here fucking just, like, not giving a fuck, right? But the Fool card on top of the Strength tells me that, like, even though this is naivety and you want to, like, delve, Spirit is like, be calm. Be calm. For my creative folk, you might have taken L's, but now you're really coming back full mode. And this is really, really dope. So if you've been worrying about how this full moon in Virgo is going to affect you, I'm glad that it's resonating. This King of Wands energy, though. This King of Wands energy is all about someone who's very, 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 like, confident. But also can... It's similar to the Fool, except for the fact that, like, this is about the actions that you take versus the Fool thinking about it. And, like, all right, I'm thinking, I'm ready, let's go. Whereas the King of Wands like, yo, I'm doing this, let's go, let's go, let's go. Right? They're always on the go. They don't realize that sometimes you gotta look around you and not just what's in front of you. You can't just be in beast mode all the time and not see what's in front of you, because you're gonna be taking L's if you do. You're gonna be taking losses before they even begin. So I'm saying, I'm also hearing too, be careful what you wish for, because you're gonna get it. And you may, and for some of y'all may not be ready for it. You're kind of shying away from it. That's also what I'm hearing. Like, some of y'all gotta put y'all best foot forward, because they're like, we're tired of y'all motherfuckers slacking. I don't know who this is for, but they're tired of y'all slacking. They like, put your best foot forward right now. We're giving you the opportunity. You have to make the decision. This is Moon and Libra. What are you going to do? Venus and Scorpio. What are you going to do? Really think about what it is that you want to do with this full moon and Virgo energy. Think about what these transits also that are happening. Think about what it is that you want to do. Because it's a decision that you're going to have to make. And it's going to be very sudden. The decision, once you make the decision, things are going to be very sudden moving. There's going to be an ending that happens that's going to be very sudden. You're going to have to really figure out what it is that you want to do. Okay? Because for a lot of y'all, I'm going to be very honest. Like, you've struggled. This could be financially. This could be also with your health. For some of y'all, this could be your living situation. There has been, like, maybe some of y'all were taken into a place because where you were wasn't working for you. Okay? Breathe. Please breathe. Please breathe. That's all I ask. Breathe. This is Mercury in Taurus. Now, Mercury energy is very interesting to me because it deals with our communications. It deals with our conscious. So for some of y'all, like I'm hearing here, for some of y'all, you might have struggled with like something going awry with like either your contracts or money. And this is in the past position. Somebody, maybe you gave somebody money, somebody gave you money, and it just didn't end well. But I'm here to tell you, whatever decision you make, the suffering's over. The mental suffering, the mental anxiety, the mental anguish will be over and done. And I feel like also to remember I said that with this energy, because you've been given so much, you might have been feeling lonely. You might have been feeling like you don't belong. You might be feeling like you're not adequate enough. But Spirit is here to tell you you're more than adequate because you were able to sustain yourself through the whole fucking thing. Period. 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 And that's on per. Okay? So, be grateful. I'm here for some of y'all. Be really, like, be grateful. Just pray. Give thanks, okay? Like I said, readings are available. Like, I keep telling folks because, like, it's been very interesting to me. Like, leading up to this full moon, I've been getting a lot more bookings. Like, I've been getting bookings like crazy, but I've been getting a lot more bookings during this transit. So, yeah. So, let's see what Venus and Pisces holds for us. Venus and Pisces. Dayla! Can you message me, please? Please message me, because I have your deck. I have your deck. Please message me your information. So, let's see what Venus and Pisces holds. And I'm going to do a Moonology card. Hi, love. Wow, okay. So, Ace of Wands, initiation, like a new passion. Yay! So I have it. I have your deck. I have your deck. I have your deck. Message me. So for those that know, I created a deck. Deck is sold out, but I'm coming out with a second edition next month. I'll be doing a crowdfunding, so if you want one, please donate to that so you can get your deck, okay? Anyways, as I said, Ace of Wands. This is all about a new beginning, a new start. This is passionate. This is also very strong chemistry, very strong energy. So I feel for some of you all, this could be dealing with the Pisces. Sagittarius, Cancer. So for somebody I'm feeling like is holding back. Somebody's very much so holding back during this Venus and Pisces season. Now this doesn't mean like a relationship. This can be like maybe pursuing something or nurturing something that they need to nurture, and Spirit is like, it's time to get a move. This Mercury in Sagittarius energy is 8 of Wands. This is a detriment. Mercury is a detriment, which means that like it's almost like incapable of doing what it's supposed to do, because Sagittarius is very much like, it's fire energy, right? So like this fire energy is very like, it's always moving, whereas Mercury is like, okay, hold on, wait, no. Sagittarius is like, no. So I feel like for some of you all, if you've been nurturing something and you're uncertain about it, Spirit is saying go forth with it, because you have everything it is that you need. You have everything. Mercury energy again. This could be talking specifically to Gemini and Virgo, because Mercury rules these two signs, and also Pisces. Okay, so I'm hearing here, don't let anything stop you. Yeah, I'm feeling like for many of y'all, you may have had to like step away or not really want to deal with something right now, and Spirit is like, why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you not behind yourself? Why are you running? This is why you're stuck. For some of y'all, this is why you're stuck, because you're running. You're forcing yourself to like hide when you should not be hiding. That's also what I'm hearing. I'm just a messenger. I'm just a messenger. Just a messenger. All right, I'm gonna draw 3 more cards. So, Spirit's not letting you do that anymore, because things are slowly going to start to pick up. Page of Swords is here. It might be kind of messy at first, not gonna lie, but things are slowly starting to move in your favor, and you're going to start to reap the benefits of that. So, Venus and Pisces energy, okay? So, I'm hearing here, stop settling, stop waiting, just stop. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. It ain't cute. Just stop, okay? So, I'm going to be doing Moonology. This is like one of my favorite decks so far. I love Oracle decks. My playing cards, I have playing cards too. I read playing cards too. And I should have did that today. I'll do it next time. The next new moon. Okay. So, let's see what the messages are via Moonology. What's the moon telling us? First quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. So what I'm hearing here, this doesn't mean like a relationship. This is like what it is that you are like putting your focus on. Like there could be things that are intentionally distracting you that you may not be realizing. And Spirit is like, you might need to cut them ties, because I got that full moon in Scorpio, energy. The card underneath that is have faith in your dreams. So I feel like for some of us during this new moon and also Venus and Pisces time, many of us are going to be challenged by what it is that we really want to do with our lives. And Spirit is like, you got to let a lot of shit go, because some of y'all are hanging on to a lot of shit. Because my moon's in Scorpio. And one thing about me, I can be petty. I don't forgive easily. It takes a lot for me to forgive. So, I'm learning to work through that. Okay, I'm learning to forgive motherfuckers, but that don't mean I forget. And I'm still not fucking with your ass. Because you know what the most important thing that I've learned about having a move forward in Scorpio? I know how to lay boundaries like a motherfucker now. I'm like, and I'm also hearing here, cut the shit. I'm hearing here for somebody needs to cut the shit. Like, cut the shit. You are a habitual line stepper with whatever it is the fuck that you're doing, or not supposed to be doing, because somebody's doing something they're not supposed to do, and they're habitually line stepping, and Spirit's about to smack the fuck out of you. I don't know who this is for, but that's the message that I got. So If you've been habitually line stepping, congratulations. You about to get smacked the fuck down by spirits and ancestors because they're tired of you because you are not doing the work that you're supposed to do. Because I'm hearing for some of y'all, you're not doing the work you're supposed to do. You're remaining in this space of like feeling less than, not feeling like you're worthy enough. And every time you do that, they're going to keep shutting doors on you. You got to have faith. You got to have faith in your dreams because that's the only way that this new start is coming. And stop holding shit in. Take time to breathe out. You got to learn to breathe. You got to learn how to breathe through it. You got to learn how to get through it on the other side. Because I'm also hearing for some of y'all don't want to accept something that is very triggering for you, especially dealing with the shadow work you've been doing. And it's very, 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 very difficult. But you got to get through it. Got to get through it. That's the only way you're going to be able to move forward. You're holding on to a lot. We just had a new moon in Aquarius. It's about our independence. So for some of y'all, this could be dealing with your independence. It could be dealing with your freedom. Maybe some of y'all were in a relationship and you're letting go. And you're still holding on to a lot from that relationship. And now you got to adjust. Because it's Virgo energy too. It forces you to adjust. It forces you to get your shit in order. It forces you to get your shit in order. It's Mercury energy. You have to communicate this. For some of y'all, you're going to have to communicate what it is that you need to do for yourself via others. Like, there's people in your life that's like, that may not, like, respect that. You got to let motherfuckers know. You can't just be like, no. Because you're going to be balling that shit in. It's not going to be healthy. So, yeah. Because if you do that, a win-win is in the forecast. This is Moon and Libra. And I love Moon and Libra energy because Moon and Libra energy is all about like having things finally like going into your favor, like things balancing themselves out. So yeah. So that's Moonology. All right. So then we're going to do my deck. We're going to do my deck. Okay. So what are the messages for, so for anybody who's interested in the deck, I'm working on my website right now. You'll get to do pre-order through there. And I'll have like a crowdfunding with that, but you can pre-order through there. Okay. Capricorn Practical. So I feel like for some of y'all, you've learned to not be so, like, heady about shit. Like, you're learning to kind of, like, let things just kind of flow. Because I feel like many of you have been very heady about shit, and it's not working in your favor. For some of y'all, you're learning to flow. That's what I'm hearing. You're learning to flow. You're learning to think differently. You're rude because okay, so anybody who has my deck knows that it's very rude. It's very fucking rude and it's very fucking disrespectful. And I say that in a nice way because when I got it, I was like, oh, I'm just making a deck, and I sat with my ancestors for 2 days. And I just asked them a question about one thing, and I was like, wow, y'all are rude. I know it's you, Eli. I know. When they told me, I was like, y'all are rude. I'm going to sit on the edge of this bed and think about my life, and I'm going the fuck to bed. Because that's how rude my fucking deck is. It's a very simple deck, but it's rude as fuck. But it snatches you. See, see that? Shit gone. My shit was gone. It was gone, y'all. It was gone. All that shit was gone. It's back now. So Spirit is asking you here, like, what is it that you appreciate? Are you going to continue to be practical and let your stability suffer? Or are you going to learn to be independent and understand? I'm not making this shit up. Look, I'm going to show y'all. Capricorn Practical, money, winter. Some of y'all had to recalibrate. And the 3 cards that popped out? I said you have to let it go. Release, exercise, death. there's an ending that is happening here for many of us. We're learning to see things differently. We have to learn to like do for ourselves. Coming here for some of you, you have to learn to do for yourselves now. In a sense of, don't rely on people emotionally. Don't rely on people's like feelings about things and thoughts. You gotta counteract that with your own shit now. Like, they're tired. This is what's been crippling you. This is what's been crippling you. Illness card is like something that's debilitating us for a period of time. Like, this is what's crippling you. 1 year is a cycle. This is an ongoing cycle for some of you all. And you may have had messages. Now, this also speaks of somebody in your life who's told you this too. For some of y'all, somebody in your life told you this. But what I'm also seeing here too is that there could be somebody in your life who might be dealing with a little illness. And they need to figure, like, this might be unexpected for somebody in your life. Okay? I'm going to draw 3 more cards. But whatever it is, it's supposed to be, it's supposed to be. And I do feel here, for some of y'all, reach out to, if there's somebody in your life that you haven't spoken to in a while, that's a living relative, you need to speak to them. You need to reach out to them. Because I got the court, heartbroken, and please call. I don't know who this is. It might be news you may not want to hear for some of y'all. But, yeah, like I said, spirit be speaking sometimes. I just got to be like, all right, I'm going to put the decks up. And that's what I'm going to do. Put the deck up. All right. So that's the message for my deck. Yes. So if you would like to purchase my deck, I'll have a link in my bio soon, because I'm finishing my website. I'm trying to finish by like this weekend. Everything, and then I'll have it live, and you can check it out, and then, you know, there'll be a little GoFundMe thing, and you can like do what you need to do. All right. So I'm gonna do messages from Black Gold Lenormand, and then sacred symbols. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna choose one card. Spirit's like, just pick one card. What is the message for this full moon in Virgo? And also, it's gonna be one card for each. Okay. Full moon in Virgo and Venus and Pisces. Full moon in Virgo, you have the key. Okay. Overall energy, the cross. The cross is about, the cross is a very interesting energy for me because of the simple fact that it represents boundaries. So I'm hearing the overall message for both of these cycles are boundaries. Don't put anybody else's needs before your own. Remember, responsibility versus independence. You cannot be responsible for everybody else. Everybody else cannot be responsible for you. This Venus and Pisces energies too is also telling you, don't get so, I'm hearing for some of y'all, don't get so wrapped up in people's emotions. When you feel it, just let it flow. It's a reason why you're feeling it, and you could be having dreams about what it is for some people. Have you really been talking to yourself and voicing what it is that you want for yourself? Because I'm feeling for some of y'all, I'm hearing a very restrictive energy. And whenever you're feeling some kind of way, like, talk to your spirit guides, talk to your ancestors, because they're there for you, and they sacrifice a lot for you to be here. So talk to them. They're like, talk to me, ho. Like today, prime example. Last night, I had the worst fucking migraine. I wasn't feeling good, none of that. And I was like, yo, what the fuck's going on? Like, da. And like, I could not sleep. I woke up with the worst migraine. And then I totally forgot to change my water in my altar. Like, this is how connected my ancestors are to me, my egungun. Because in my tradition, like, I have to do a lot of ancestral work. They physically made me sick. Like, physically made me not feel well. And I asked them, if I give y'all water, will y'all be fine? They said yes. You know, I gave them water. My headache cleared up. So I'm telling y'all, like, this shit, like, this connection with ancestors is not a joke. Like, this ain't nothing, this ain't for play, honey. Like, this shit is a whole key and a half. So, I tell people all the time, you're going to do this work. But be ready for, be ready. Just be ready. Because they ready for you. Are you ready for them? Right? And I love the key card, because the key card also too, to me, it speaks of us like singing our own praises, singing what we have brought and continue to bring, right? And a lot of the times with the key card, this is all about us knowing that we have the answers. We just need to sit with ourselves. This is the full moon in Virgo. Sit with yourself. You'll know the answer. Whatever it is you're struggling with, you'll know the answer. Okay? You already have the answers. Stop asking others for it. And also, too, stop asking ancestors. They tired of y'all. They tired of y'all going to them about their shit, about your shit. They see where the answer is. You need to find that fucking answer. They tired of you coming to them on some bullshit. For some of y'all, they tired of y'all coming on some bullshit. They're going to be like, okay, yeah, we got you. And they're going to keep telling you fault, watching you fall every time because you don't listen. Okay? That's a message for the full moon in Virgo. So, the bouquet speaks of us not trusting. Are we really listening to our gut during this Venus and Pisces energy? Are we really listening to ourselves? And it's very much about us relying on spirit. This Venus and Pisces energy is telling you to rely on spirit. Like I said, intuition is going to be very heavy around this time. Intuitive forces are going to be very, very heavy. Very, very heavy. I haven't told y'all, so say I didn't tell y'all anything. Okay? So, last but not least, we're going to do the... I always do my readings at night for some odd reason. Like the nighttime. I like to boogie. Don't ask me why that song's in my head. Don't judge me. Sacred Symbols Oracle deck. Marcel Cole. So let's see what some of the messages are. And just what we can expect on. But that was a poor shuffle. That was awful. I don't want it to pop out. All right. So this is for the full moon in Virgo, the Venus in Pisces, interesting, and the overall message, okay? So the card that popped out, I feel, for this whole entire thing is Karmic Path. We have to learn lessons with both of these cycles, okay? We have to learn these lessons. We can't keep going through this again. Please stop. Let's not do that again, okay? So with this full moon in Virgo, I have trust. Trust what it is that you're going through right now and knowing that you are going to come out on the other side. I do feel like for some of us, we might be feeling like we can't trust, or we might be feeling like there's hope lost, but Spirit is wanting you to do that, okay? With this Venus in Pisces, we have the Divine Feminine. So I was like, this is interesting. This is all about, like I said, about family, relationships, love. This is asking us to really trust our intuition. Cater that, nurture that, be with that, be one with that, be one with everything that's around that. And then courage. The ability to stand up for ourselves, the ability to feel, understand, know, and take action. Okay? So, that is the reading for these those two. I hope that it brings some clarity. I just want to say thank you all so much for tuning in on this Friday night. And if you would like to book a reading, link is in the bio. I have oil still left. I'm trying to get rid of those, y'all. So please help a sister out. The one that's been selling really, really well is the Hug. You're welcome. The Hug oil has been like the favorite. Like everybody likes the other ones, but like the Hug is the favorite. You're welcome. The Hug, I catered that and crafted that specifically for like ancestors, spirit guides, to do work with them. But it's also a wonderful oil for like, you know, finding calm, finding peace. You can use it in your baths. You can use it. You can anoint yourself with it. I pray over it. You can pray over it again. Ancestors love it. It's a fan favorite. And then I have one that's for Black, queer, trans, and gender non-conforming. yeah, just check out my link, okay? But the oils, I don't have a link for that right now because I'm working on getting all the photos and all that like this weekend, so that'll be up on my website. I'm trying to have the website out by Monday. Monday is the goal. But the oils are $25, and that includes shipping. And then I have one that's a prosperity oil. And the prosperity oil is for like spiritual wealth. It doesn't have to be like money. It can be money, but spiritual wealth, health, all that good stuff. It's prayed over as well. That's also a favorite. So all of them are really good, but the hug has been the most popular one so far that people really, really liked, and I'm really happy about that. And I want to get rid of some of this inventory so I can like, yes, it is. You're gonna love it. I gotta show you. You're gonna be so proud of me. Shout out to Azor. Got me together. And then also too, oil, the link is not in bio. Like I said, I'm in the process of doing that. But if you just DM me, let me know which one you want, and then I got you. Okay? And then I also have a Patreon. So if accessibility is an issue for some people, I do 1 carpool, 3 carpool. And then also Tarot 101 course. Thank you. Tarot 101 course is going really well. Sign up for start for that in mid-March. And I'm also going to be doing an in-depth series with that in regards to careers. I'm going to break the whole thing down. Like, it's going to be a whole breakdown. Y'all going to love it. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to be doing it part 2. And also I'm working on a tarot deck and an oracle deck. I'm doing the 2nd edition. I'm going to add 6 additional cards. I might reprint the 1st edition and then have the 2nd edition. So we'll see what happens. But thank you all so much. I'm going to hop off of here. I'm going to be doing the full moon in the full moon in Virgo reading. Thank you. The full moon in Virgo reading for all signs. Also the Venus and Pisces for all signs. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to put that up tomorrow so you can view it, and I'll put the link on there. But yes, thank you everyone who's shown support, who's shown so much love. Like I said, if you like the book readings, link it in the bio. Link is in the bio. If you want to purchase an oil, just DM me. Let me know which one you want. Have the hug, prosperity, and for black, queer, transgender, non-conforming, and non-binary folk. And they're $25. That it does include shipping. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I think that's it. Yeah. So thank you all so much. Much love. Please take care of yourselves and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.